Hi, I am Megan, and this is my story. I am an artist's daughter, so I spent most of my life traveling all over the United States in a motorhome. That's how we spent our summers. My dad does a lot of church history, so that was my life. We just drove around, and unfortunately, I was so little I didn't appreciate the places that I was going and the things that I was seeing. And we went back several times, and I look back and wish that I had understood a little bit more of where we were and what we were doing. When I was older, I got to work for my dad, and I ran his gallery, the very first gallery he opened, and I loved it. I loved working for him. It was, the testimony he had in his paintings was probably what I loved the most, and I enjoyed being able to brag about him and to be able to talk about him not only as a daughter but as his employee. But I loved watching people as they came in and looked at his paintings and chose the ones that they wanted. And then I met Josh, and then I became Josh's girlfriend. So I was either Al Brown's daughter, Ashley's sister, or Josh's girlfriend. I met Josh, was probably the beginning of fourth term, and I just transferred into a different seminary class, and he was in there, and I remember looking over at him and knowing that I had to talk to him, and instantly, I don't know what happened, but instantly we started hanging out all the time. We were together all the time, and he asked me out on our first date probably a week after we started talking. Then he put in papers to serve a mission, and he was called to the Birmingham, Alabama mission, and he left, and that was probably one of the hardest days of my life. I think I cried more because I just felt like my best friend had just left, and I didn't know what I was going to do without my best friend, and yeah, it was hard, and I missed him a lot. I remember the day he came home. I was so nervous. I don't know, I was afraid he wasn't going to like me anymore, or I had changed or something. And I remember all morning just being sick, and like right before we left, I even threw up. I was just so nervous about this. And I kept waiting, and like, he's going to kiss me. He has to kiss me because it's been 2 years. But still, he needs to kiss me. And I finally looked at him, and I grabbed him, and I kissed him because I was sick of waiting. I knew that we would probably get engaged pretty quick. I knew that this was something that, everyone was waiting for it to happen. We went to this park, and we were just sitting there at the park looking at the stars, and I'm like, this is it. He is going to propose to me tonight. He is going to do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then all of a sudden we got up and left, and I went home, and I was ticked. I was like, what the crap? I really thought he was going to propose off. He took me to the side of the temple. So he took me to where there was like a gate. We were just talking, nothing big or anything, and then the next thing I know, it happened. And he proposed to me. And when he asked me, I didn't say yes right away, I guess. And he asked me what my answer was. And of course, I don't know why he didn't realize it was a yes. And it was just awesome because I knew a long time ago before I knew when I was in high school that he was the person I was going to marry. I was in heaven.
I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds,